Good day, everyone. We are the reporters of Lesson 14, which is Integrating and Controlling the Retail Image. So, first, let's understand what exactly is a retail image. A retail image simply refers to how customers see and feel about a store or brand. It's the overall impression they have, whether they feel or I mean whether they find the store stylish, affordable, classy, or even boring. This image is formed by many factors like the store's design, its atmosphere, service quality, product selection, price levels, advertising, and even its social media presence. Now, why is retail image important? Because this is what influences customers to visit, to buy, and to keep coming back. When a retail image is strong and consistent, customers start to trust the brand. It becomes different from competitors, and it helps build loyalty. But when the image is weak or confusing, customers might feel uncertain or lost interest, and that affects sales and competitiveness. Now, let's talk about how retailers can control or manage their retail image. Di man gud siya pwedeng pasagdan lang because retailers really need to plan, communicate, and monitor their image carefully. The first method is through store design and visual merchandising. The goal here is to create a store environment that fits the brand's personality and attracts the target market. For example, retailers should keep the layout, colors, lighting, and displays consistent across all branches. The atmosphere also matters. Things like music, scent, temperature, and cleanliness. One great example is Uniqlo. Their stores have a simple and minimalist look with bright lighting, which makes what I mean is which makes you feel that their products are clean, efficient, and high quality. The second method is about merchandise assortment and pricing. This means making sure that the store's products and prices match its brand promise. Retailers must offer enough product variety to meet customer needs, but not too much that it looks messy. Prices should be consistent and appropriate for their target customers, like whether they want to appear premium or affordable. For example, Zara. Zara maintains its trendy and fashion-forward image by offering stylish clothes at mid-range prices and updating their collections very often.
So the third one is promotion and communication. So it includes advertisement, social media posts, and in-store promotion. And also it should be delivered the same message and be consistent with your logo, slogan, or and tone. So example, Sephora uses modern ads that promote beauty and empowerment. And for the fourth is customer service and employee behavior. So employees should act in ways that reflect the same store's value, and also train them well and monitor customer satisfaction. Like example, Starbucks employee create a friendly and welcoming atmosphere. by remembering customer name. And the fifth one is corporate social responsibility. So doing good for the community builds a positive image, and also engage in environmental care, ethical sourcing, or charity project. Example, sa barangay kanituan kanang lapok ang di siminto, then ang whole sim nagkan bitaw na nag-donate og siminto para nasilay kan ba na maka-build sila og positive image sa mga tao sa barangay kanituan og sa uban pang barangay. That's all for my part.
Number 6. Monitoring and feedback systems. So objective, detect deviation from desired image and make timely correction. This means the company needs to regularly check if how people see their brand matches what they want to show and fix my issues right away. So control methods. Conduct image audits through customer survey, social media, sentiment analysis, and competitors benchmarking. This means gathering feedback from customers to know what they think about the brand. It also includes checking social media comments and comparing the brand's image with competitors to see where improvements are needed. Next is track key image indicator brand recall, customer satisfaction, and net promoter scores. These are measurements used to know how strong the brand's image is. Brand recall check how easily people remember the brand. Customer satisfaction measure how happy they are. And NPS show if customers are willing to recommend the brand to others. And next is integration of retail image management. True image control requires integration across all touchpoint physical stores, online platforms, employees, and marketing communication. This means every part of the business should send the same message, from the store design and website to the employees and advertisements. All touchpoints must work together to create one clear image. A cohesive retail identity ensures that every interaction reinforces the same message. This means every time a customer interacts with the brand, the experience should feel the same and consistent, whether in store or online. The brand identity must always be clear and familiar. This holistic approach leads to stronger brand equity and long-term profitability. When all brand elements are consistent, customers trust the brand more, making it stronger and more profitable in the long run. And lastly is summary insight. Controlling the retail image is not about manipulation. It's about authentic alignment between what the retailer promises and what customers actually experience. This means the company should not fake their image. Instead, they should make sure that their action truly match their promises to customer. For fourth-year students, the key takeaway is that a retailer's image is an ongoing strategic asset, requiring continuous monitoring, consistency, and adaptation to changing consumer expectation. In other words, a brand's image is not built once. It needs regularly checking and improvement to stay relevant. Consumer needs and trends change over time, so the company must keep adjusting to stay aligned with what customers expect.